Like, nah, man, it's been a long time, dude. What can I say? I've been on the update on the nicotine, guys. I'm 2 years in, dude. 2 year anniversary hit. I might make a separate video, but whoever checks this live out, you'll be able to peep it, man. So I made it to 2 years without nicotine, which is a blessing, man. And Loki just shows me with enough perseverance, you can start to get more positivity. Some things it's hard to make changes because you can't be positive because it's not brought into reality yet. You still dealing with the bullshit. And then there's progressions, but there's also like setbacks. But yeah, when it comes to that, man, it's good. I say my sleep is a lot better. My energy is just up. Like I said, at this point, 2 years, you're just used to that higher energy. And I have no plans on going back. Also, shit, I've been stopping smoking more and more. So I feel like that's the next thing to go. This is low key how I went with the nicotine. I go on and off, on and off. Then I was seriously on, but it still took some time after that. But at this point, I'm more comfortable being sober. Not like that, but when I take my breaks, I'm more comfortable. I still smoked throughout the time I see been having my smoking habit and shit, but still no nicotine, no tobacco products. So that's good. I'm actually a few days sober now here. Well, probably more than a few days, but it's good. And this is what guys do, Women have their femininity and dudes need their masculinity. And this is why it's an attack, because if you're a masculine dude, you're going to get it figured out. You really will, you know? And I can't say it's just that, but like, you got to, follow your intuition too, though. But, because you could be masculine instead of just wilding out. But you got to have balanced masculinity, is what I'm saying. Balanced masculinity is, you tend into your emotions as well, though. You know what I'm saying? So you can be a brighter man. You think that shit is nothing, but these be the niggas that's still strong in body and maybe in mind, but using that energy for the wrong reasons. Yeah. So I would say to get to the fully masculine standpoint that you need to be at, you just want to be taking care of yourself. You really do. But yeah. So I'm a couple days sober. I feel the benefits of that. 2 years, no nicotine, and been plant based for like going on 2 weeks. I'll be on and off with the plant based, but I think that's just it's low key. I used to say I was a part time plant based. Now I feel like I'll be a part time meat eater. Like I don't fuck with that shit, to be honest. It's just maturing. Understanding yourself more, getting to that space, and plant based is good for me, man. Especially as the weather's turning up, you won't be good in the summertime. You got to detox. All this shit's gonna help you with that process. You want to be at a lighter vibe. You want to be able to spiritually help people. You want to be able to spiritually discern what shit you need to avoid or not even give your energy to. You know, and colors play a big part in that too. The colors you wear. You don't always want to be wearing black. Black is good if you have something to protect, but if you're feeling like shit, you might want to throw on something that's gonna clean you up a little bit, something a little lighter. But I do see the benefits in black if you got something going on, because people like to infiltrate without even knowing they're infiltrating for real, man. So it's kind of crazy. But yeah, nigga, live with it. I would just say, trust your intuition, dog. That's really all I can say. Like that's the real ride. That's the ride of life, nigga. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not fully there. I look back and I smile because there's been moments where I'm like, damn, this shit hit too hard, nigga. That's how intuition is, the roller coaster, nigga. You can follow that shit. You want to ride for life in general, nigga. Sober, just focus. Like that shit has you going through it, dog. But I do want to start posting up more, so I will be posting up, trying to get a little bit more consistent. I just see sobriety is a big part of me right now, for the simple fact that you gotta have your own energy, and at the end of the day, if you can't maintain that, being in the mix, you gotta strengthen yourself. You gotta know who you are, and knowing who you are is gonna put you to who you are. You feel me? Because once you know who you are, you could be far away from who you are. So now you got work to do. But Yeah, sobriety is good for cleaning up, cutting up the loose ends. It's good to connect. Like I said, I said this earlier. Like weed is good for opening you out of your limited space, but sometimes you gotta build in that limited space because this is the space that God had you in. You better build from that limited space and make it bigger without the weed. Now, weed every now and then is gonna help. You can start bringing that in, but you start getting too carried away. You don't know what you're really doing, and that shit shows. That's when niggas be like, I need more weed. You don't even know what you're doing for real. Now, when you know what you're doing, you still don't fully know what you're doing, but you just got faith. Like, I'm gonna keep it natural. I'm gonna stick to God's plan, to what I feel is God's plan. You feel me? Everybody got different intuition, different guidance for their life. We're here to inspire each other, and it's just like, man, it'd be a lot of bullshit to block you off, man. You just want to make sure that you got your energy so you can vibe on the level you're supposed to vibe at, and that's real, man. I'm about to get out here in the sun. I'll say this though, for quitting nicotine, like I said, I'm 2 years off it, which is a blessing. That shit was like March. I mean, damn, that shit was like May 4th. And we almost out of May, so I feel like I'm gonna definitely be good on that. But exercise, that's my thing. Exercise will get you right for real. Hey, what's up, Jesse? Exercise will get you right. I ain't gonna lie. So that speeds up the process of your transformation, the process of your healing, the process of your courage. Another thing, I'm getting back on NoFap. Now that's my downfall. I ain't gonna lie. NoFap, because why? When I get the diet right, plant-based, eating good, high vibrations. And it's not always perfect, but you gotta figure out what you are willing to work through. Because omnivore not perfect, you know what I'm saying? But I see the better balance mentally and spiritually for my path. So you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But yeah, NoFap is a big deal, yo. You can easily every time I started getting sober and shit, I'd be like, damn, I got more energy. Let me just go ahead and I'll play around and shit. And then you just end up sometimes falling back to where you didn't expect to fall back because you thought you just had more energy. But more energy sometimes comes more discipline now. And it gets to the point where you left alone, right? The devil will flee you, not forever, nigga, because this is a real war out here. So, but he will flee once he see like the same tricks ain't working. You gonna get that peace of mind you may get from doing some of the bad habits. You get a little relief. I'm trying to tell you, hold it down. You gonna get that relief, yo. And as a man, once you start getting that relief through retaining your seed, retaining sexual energy, everybody gonna want that. Women are very powerful, dog. I respect women. I feel like this. We're coming into a time where you're gonna start to see a rise of more of the feminine energy, but as well with the masculine healed, it's such a needed energy. It's so grounding. It helps you just navigate without stressing the fuck out. So NoFap, or just retention. Save your energy just for a little bit. There's times where you gotta do it and it don't sound appealing. I know it don't sound appealing, but the expenses that you may have, especially if you faded to the background oracally, some shit fuck around have you not being felt, bro. Just like the weed. Every now and then, you could get some real good experiences. You become addicted and you're using it to cope with your problems. It's gonna get dangerous because people don't feel you. And I used to say that like, damn, my energy not cutting through. Get a couple days sober, doing some of the right good habits, energy cutting through. You could get bored with some of the shit, but it's like, it is what it is, man. It's not gonna always be boring. And at times when you're in these situations where it's chaotic, it's crazy, and life gets real, that's where the boredom kind of hit. Like, nigga, now I'm in my body. You out here, this bitch out your body all the time. When shit get real, that shit really fight or flight. Like, nigga, you feel that shit intensely. Especially if you just in excess. That's something I had to work on. Me knowing like, damn, I could get excess with it. Anything. Even with working out sometimes. Nigga could get excess with it. But that's why having a good diet is good, man. That shit will help make sure that you can work out to the level that you feel like you want to work out at. You feel me? Some niggas work out and then you burnt out because you actually don't got the right diet. Now, maybe some people not as into working out, but you want to have energy, man. Working out brings energy. So, first few days it's going to be a challenge, but once you get in the routine, if you don't got good energy, you might want to look at the diet. But NoFap, sobriety, plant-based, we locking in this year, man. I'm going to get back to y'all. I just want to do a little update. much love. You know what I'm saying? Really realize that the more you take care of yourself, the less you can blame others. It's always going to be others, because just like it was you're part of the others too to some people's lives. But you don't want to feel that as much. And God has a way of making you feel yourself when you putting in that work for yourself. And if you skipping corners, you're going to feel it. Not gonna lie, every time I'm doing good, super well, niggas skipping corners on the NoFap and I feel it. It's like, dang, nigga, a little weak when I could just be clean. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean. Not weak, but it's like I got little fucking chinks in the armor now. When it really ain't that hard to put on this armor. Like I said, it's not like you're gonna be perfect, but you're gonna move with the energy that's gonna assist you through life. With that being said, I'm gonna get back to y'all. Much love. I'm out.